Okay guys, it looks like a kitchen setup right here, and you might be wondering what the hell am I watching? I thought this was a tech channel, and yes, it's still a tech channel that are gonna review mini waffle maker. It claims to be non-stick, 350 watts and 4-inch cooking surface, but what I'm gonna do today is it worth it having this tiny thing versus a regular good old waffle maker or a Belgian waffle maker? Yes, this one goes up to 800 watts, has 2 slots, but I know you're thinking, well, then it's not fair because this one is only 1. The wattage, okay, that is fine, but we're gonna test if it cooks as fast and as accurate. And yes, this thing caused this whole table to be with food. Before I continue opening this one, this is just regular good old water. This is only flour with water and salt. And yes, this is unbleached wheat flour. Personal preference, that's all. Let's get opening this back here and take a look at the technical specs. This is Hello Foodie, it says right here. Not sponsored, by the way, by any of these devices that you are seeing here, or the water, or the KitchenAid, which is the best thing ever invented for a human kitchen. And this thing here looks like it comes with a book or something. Good, get cooking, good looking. Oh, how did they know me? Anyway, there's a book here that we may or may not read the whole thing because I don't know what to say with it. And this is the waffle maker itself. It should work just like all the other waffle makers, right? You wait till the light turns off and it should be heated enough. And if it doesn't work that way, then we'll have to find other ways, but I expect it to fully work the same way as every waffle maker I've ever seen in my life. Oh, parchment paper! Just joking, it's not. Okay, so this is the beautiful surface here, and it is tiny. It is quite tiny compared to the OGs here. This is the original waffle maker, and this is the tiny waffle maker. And yeah, it just, I don't know what to say. But we're gonna plug it in. While we wait for this to heat up, we're gonna start doing the batter. And what better time it is to do that than just while waiting for the waffle maker. We put the wire on the other side, put it right here, level surface. It doesn't have a latch like these old ones used to have. This one, you just lock it and load it and it's good. But these ones are not going anywhere. Now let me just throw this in here, open the mixer, put the flour mix with water and all that good stuff here. I'm gonna use just a regular spatula that every kitchen probably has, or most of them. And I know Gordon Ramsay, if he watches this video, he can learn how to do this too. I'm not greedy, I want him to learn too. Okay, and we will see what happens with this one now. So at this point, we are ready to go, and don't expect Paula Deen level cooking here because I'm not. And Gordon Ramsay, if you're watching, hi. Okay, so what we're gonna do before I do anything else here, we'll have to plug it on this meter so we know how many watts we're eating away. Let me put this on the side and let me turn this off. Disconnect this one here because we're done with it. We will just plug it anywhere we can, like that. And before I turn it on, I am going to coat this really quick with some good old lard. I know a lot of you might be saying, why would you do lard? Why would you do this and that? Well, because that's what I like. And if you don't like that, you can put butter, you can put all that other stuff, or you can go with fake fats you can buy in stores that claim to be this and that, but they're not. Anyway, this is getting too detailed now for a tech channel, but it's okay as long as we are having fun. We put it down here, close it up, turn it on, and give it time to turn off. Okay, it's taking 308 watts. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on camera. Let me turn the light off. The light right here, the indicator is on. I think right there you can see it a little bit. And we will wait until this turns off and throw the batter inside. And we will measure the cooking time as well. Well, let's say we had 30 seconds passed, and right here, the cooking timer, we are just gonna measure the time it's gonna take to heat up, and I will probably add at the end maybe 30 seconds, because that's how much we wasted before I put the meter on, and we'll see how that goes. It's getting warm to the touch. Yes, it is actually quite warm to the touch. Okay, so now the light just turned off, and that means we are ready to throw some batter. And look, it took around 2 minutes, I would say. Let me put it at 0. Oh yeah, the lard is actually molten, and we will see how that works. If we can do this without a huge mess, that would be great, but not guaranteed that it will be without a mess, because I don't have one of those fancy injectors or whatever you call those, and if it leaks on the side, I don't really care that much. And we're gonna close it. Okay, at this moment we're gonna start the timer, and we'll see how long it takes to cook. Yes, I dripped a little bit, and it is smoking, and we'll see what it does. That would be fun to wait for it. Yes. So it took a few, just over a minute, maybe minute and a half, I would call it, to reach the temperature. And in my opinion, that's actually good enough. And yes, it's actually taken less than 350 watts that it said on the brochure. It's remaining around 300, 302 watts throughout the entire time. So I would say this is a keeper if you're planning to cook something quick, or if you're traveling, or you have one of those portable Jackery batteries, which if Jackery's watching, throw one my way, man. Anyway, we'll wait for this one, and the smell is actually beautiful. I gotta say, if you never tried to make your waffles, forget about the non-stick. You always have to put either butter or lard or beef tallow or something good to coat it. Not that it only prevents it from sticking, but it will actually make it taste really good. And yes, if you're wondering, how the hell am I a technician but cooking as well? Well, technicians eat too, right? I guess. And the reason I said I don't use those fake fats, and you know what those are without me giving names, is that I actually respect myself enough not to use them. That's why I stay away from anything that's not bio. It started with the flour itself that is unbleached, non-self-rising, and all that fancy wording. Just regular, plain old, good flour. And we are gonna do the same test. Unfair might be, but we're gonna check the cooking times on the big one, the Belgian waffle maker. We're gonna make 2 waffles on this one and see where that goes. How many minutes it takes, how many watts, because this one is still lingering around 300 watts only, even though the box said 350 watts. Right here it says 350, but I'm being surprised right now. It's remaining at only 300, and that is great. Actually, the light is still on. Usually I cook until the light goes off again, but that's up to you how you do your style of waffles. It's over 2 minutes. I'm just gonna peek quick, and I think the light will turn off itself. Okay, I just turned off while I was talking about it. Okay, so our waffle doesn't look like the best thing you ever seen in your life, and it's mandatory to have a plate that has gold on it. That's you know, one of those kitchen tricks. I'm just joking, it's actually not. And let me spin it. Oh yes, oh yes, that's how a waffle should look like. And no, I'm not competition to Waffle House by any means. I know Waffle House will be around forever, and I am not their competitor. Now this waffle is really good. I'm gonna put it on the side here, let it cool off just a little bit, and we're gonna disconnect this one. In total, to cook 1 waffle, we took 200 watts. 0.02, actually 20 watts, not even 200, 20 watts. And I forgot to stop the numbers, but in the editing of this video, I would say 3 minutes to cook the waffle, a minute and a half to heat up. That's not bad. That's not bad if all you need is one waffle. We will jump now to the next one. Let me close. This is, by the way, still hot, so make no mistake. Turn it off. Disconnect. I am actually very pleased with it so far. I am pleased, I gotta say. And again, I'm not sponsored by Dash or any of their affiliate companies. I just was curious enough to test it myself and see the wattage and the time for cooking. And yes, it spilled some oil here. Not oil, but lard. And yes, I believe that food must be extremely simple. That is why I'm not putting anything fancy on my waffles. Yes, I believe food should be simple. The more complex the food is, the least you will enjoy it. If you disagree with me, that is absolutely perfectly fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. Now let's open it up before I turn it on and coat it the same way we did with the other one. We're gonna put some of this good stuff. Usually you put it towards the tops so it will go inside by itself. I like to coat both sides. I know you're supposed to use one of those plastic brushes and all that, but this video is not about to teach you how to cook waffles, even though you can actually follow this video to make some really delicious waffles. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. We all eat, we all have the same stuff, so I am not ashamed of saying that I like cooking sometimes. And I enjoy it because I get to do what I want. Okay. It is simple enough. Put the good stuff away, close it up. We will turn it on. And yes, the light. In this one, you can actually see the light a little bit better. And we will turn on the timer. It should start counting, and let's see how long this will take. And oh yeah, this one is taken. So far, it's reading, let me see the watts, 635 watts. That is more than double of this one. This one stayed around 300 almost the whole time, and that is absolutely beautiful, but they're definitely not the same. This one is bigger cooking, heating pads and all that good stuff. So I cannot say that it would be fair to say that, oh, this one is less expensive to run. Well, you do less work too, so that's the trade-out you're doing. And look at our waffle. This is absolutely beautiful. Not sure if you guys can see the goodness on this waffle. I'm not gonna put anything on any of these waffles. I will eat them just as they are, because they're good enough. I put just salt on the batter, and that's it. And cook them on the lard that you saw. Now let's see how many minutes will it take to turn the light off so we can pour the batter and start making some delicious waffles. Okay, so it took 3 minutes and a half to turn the light off. And let me open it up here. And let's throw in our batter. And we will be ready to go. Okay. Don't expect perfection, as I said. So as long as your expectations are low on my cooking skills, we will be good. And you will like this video. Okay. Right here, and let me put one more on the other side. I'm just trying to be even and fair if possible. If not, it's not. Then what can we do? Life's not always fair anyway, so why should it be for machines? Okay, so now we will put the timer again. We'll reset it to 0 and begin cooking. Boom. So we will wait the same as the other one until the light turns off again. And sometimes with the older ones, you might have to run it a little bit longer because that's how it works. The wattage is at 635, and we'll check in the end how many watts it took us to cook 2 Belgian waffles. And yes, this company is Sultan. I'm not sure, I think they still make them, but if you find the older ones like this, grab it. Don't even think twice. Just take it home. You will thank me later. Okay, the timer is going on. Cooking is going on. I see some smoke coming out of there, which I like. and the smell is absolutely delicious. And we will see you guys in a second. We will see some rolling back and forth here. Okay, so the light just turned off, and we are talking about 5 minutes that it took to finish this one. We open them up, and let's see what's happening. It actually looks really good. Now, not as good as probably in a restaurant or store or whatever, but in my opinion, this is great. Now let's take them out and put them on a plate and see what we are working with. Right here, I'm gonna flip them around so you guys can see the real beauty. And yes, we take them out. I will have to poke this one. We flip it around so it looks better. And this is what I'm talking about. Now we have 2 Belgian waffles and a round waffle from the tiny thing right there. And the wattage total, it took 80 watts. So 80 watts cooked us 2 big ones. 20 watts on that one cooked us this tiny one. You pick and choose what is better for you. And now, yes, I will eat these waffles, and that's not even a question. And I will close it again because I intend to finish this batter that I have left over here. As I said, this is just unbleached, natural wheat flour. That's why it doesn't look that white, because it's unbleached. And I like it because it has that bread aroma that I myself cannot quit. So, what do I think about these 2 thingies right here? Let me open this real quick. I think it all depends on your taste, not exactly a brand affiliate or anything. Let me, that tastes good. I put it here. Yes, I'm touching it by hand. So what we did here is that this one cooked these 2, this one cooked this one. And the timing, yes, it was shorter on the smaller one, but it cooked less. The timing was longer on this one, the wattage was more on this one, but it cooked more. The color between both, the color of the cooking and consistency is pretty good in both, as you see right here. It looks really good, and I think this is actually a really nice piece to have, but at no time will it ever replace my good old Sultan. So just personal preference. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got some information that you maybe wanted to see. And yes, you can follow this video to actually cook waffles. It's very easy. This is the best machine. It's a KitchenAid Ultra Power. It is the older one, and I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm just telling you, if you find one of these somewhere, grab it and take it home. You can do more than mix batter with it. You can grind stuff. You can do pasta. There's attachments that they still sell, and they fit in the old ones the same as in the new ones. You can do pasta, you can grind meat, either beef or whatnot. There's attachments to make sausage from it, and more, except of course you can do bread or knead dough on it too. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to enjoy these waffles. We'll see you next time. Bye!